Hey everyone, my name is Mitch Dyer. I am joined by Megan Sullivan.
Hello guys.
Megan, you and I have played Mirror's Edge Catalyst.
Yes, exactly, 13 minutes.
We did play exactly 13 minutes
13
before the demo
minutes.
kicked us off. In that 13 minutes, we learned a lot, but the thing that stands out most to me is the city.
Yes, the city of glass looks absolutely gorgeous. It's a more open world city than the previous Mirror's Edge game, which I really appreciated. You're able to sort of traverse it any way you want, which I thought was really cool. What did you think?
Yeah, I mean, you have the same traversal skills you did in the original Mirror's Edge, where you're sliding and you're jumping and you're vaulting.
Yeah, the controls are almost exactly as they
yeah,
were in
but
the
it
first
feels
game.
a little faster.
Yeah.
Faith moves a little more fluidly. I hate that word, but it really does feel appropriate.
Yeah.
I liked that you can just kind of like run along a wall, you can still spin and jump up a ledge and turn around corners. It all feels really good. The entire city is built to keep you moving, which is good because there's a lot of it.
Yeah.
There is no concept of levels, so now it's just nice that you can just go anywhere, and that's what I did. I didn't do a whole lot of the objective stuff that we played, but I did spend a lot of time exploring and just seeing what I could do, and it felt really good to just run around this city. It's built in a way that makes sense, and it feels good to navigate.
Yeah, and one of the things I did like about the objectives that you mentioned is that they're kind of dynamic to the city itself. So you had three things you could do. You could do like the delivery system, which is basically the combat system. So we got a taste of the combat. We also got the billboard hacking, which we don't quite know exactly what that's about yet, but it's sort of a puzzle platform.
Some social elements to that too, right? Like you can go to the corporate billboards and hack it and display your symbol or whatever, and that can then broadcast into your friends' games in some capacity.
Yeah. And then you have, of course, the fact that you can actually race other people. You can have sort of these time trials where you race across the city and go as fast as you can, which is one of the funnest things about the first Mirror's Edge
Totally. I
game.
played the first time trial in the first Mirror's Edge like 10 hours. It was great.
Yeah,
and
it
now
was
you can
super
just
addicting.
do these races. You can see your friends' high scores. You can race ghosts, all that kind of good stuff.
Yeah, but I definitely think my favorite objective was the delivery system, which you actually got to try out the combat, which compared to the first game, I feel is much more fluid and tight in Catalyst.
It's really fast. It's really brutal. They don't waste a lot of time. You know, you're not working on like. See, in the first Mirror's Edge, the problem was you would get into an encounter and you would kill one guy and feel really good, or you'd beat him up or whatever, it'd feel great, and you would lose the momentum, and you would stop moving, and you would turn to someone, and he would punch you in the face, and you would die.
Yeah.
Now, Faith keeps the movement going a lot better. She can, after attacking somebody, move on to the next person pretty quickly. She can keep proceeding through the environment to like, jump up a wall, turn around, kick a dude in the head, whatever, right?
Yeah, she's even got sort of like a finisher, like a finishing move, which I thought was interesting, and we kind of are divided. You didn't really like the fact that it switches to third person.
No, because it's so good at first person, and they keep talking about, you know, we want it to be immersive. And I feel immersed. I feel like I'm in first person. It feels really good. It's when you tumble and you do a somersault, it is disorienting briefly, and then you come back and you're like, all right, I have a sense of space. To pull out to a third person camera looks really cool. Super confusing for me though.
But I do feel it gives you a sense of, okay, you have a breather, you're finished with that guy, so you can move on to the next one, because in the first game, it was like, you're punching one guy, and then you turn around and someone's shooting at you. You're like, where the heck is that guy coming from?
I mean, you take someone down, you turn around, you're like, okay, hang on, where am I? What's going on? Is the fight over? I don't really know. And that is very clearly like, you're done, you're fine, you can keep going.
Yeah, and I really like that. And we don't know if there's going to be any more sort of quasi-boss battles like in
Yeah, that was my
Mirror's
favorite
Edge.
thing about Mirror's Edge. That big dumb wrestler dude who like throws you off a rooftop.
Yeah, we tried to ask about that, but they're a little squirrely about their answer. So.
They talked a little bit about, there are 3 different enemy types. There's like the Enforcer, the Protector, and another unit type. They are different. The layout of each encounter, whether, you know, if you have 2 Enforcers and a Protector, like whatever, those variables? Variables is the word. Those variables, having different kinds of enemies in a fight, makes each encounter different, and I don't really know why, but I'm interested to find out, because I really like fighting in this game.
I want to find out more about, what's his name, Gabriel Kruger, I believe is the villain, so I'm very interested to see how he plays into that.
Yeah, I want to know more about the story. I want to know more about these renegade terrorists.
Black November, I think is the name.
I want to know more about the runner faction. I want to know more about the government, the oppression, and Faith's kind of like rise to becoming the person she is.
Yeah, and she's definitely heroic. She doesn't really even handle a gun in this game. So
there are you can't hold one. You literally can't hold a gun. It's so good. So glad to hear that they have just abolished weapons entirely.
Yeah, she's a different kind of hero. She's not like a superhero with magic powers and guns blazing. She uses her speed and she uses her wits.
She's cool and she punches stuff.
Yes, it's very awesome. And the game comes out next year, February 23rd, 2016.
Very exciting. I'm so glad that DICE is getting a second chance to make Mirror's Edge great, and to make it something that I hope a lot more people enjoy, because the first one was awesome, flawed, didn't sell anything, but it was a really interesting and different kind of game.
Yeah,
so
it was a very special game.
Cool. Megan, thank you so much. And for more on Mirror's Edge, stay tuned to IGN.